As time marches on, so does medicine. Several new human maladies have been diagnosed in my lifetime. Or, if they are not exactly new in their physical effects or manifestations, they have been given different names, which makes them seem new. This is especially true when the new name is an acronym, reducing a large mouthful of carefully articulated words to a few letters. Perhaps the best known of these is PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Soldiers who have been in battle suffer from this. The harrowing experience of wartime combat makes an indelible impression. Many people say it used to be called shell shock. It may seem a bit mysterious because it is what physicians call a psychosomatic illness, but it is no less real for that. It can cause severe symptoms, a disintegration, and any recovery may be slow, arduous, and incomplete. Some soldiers have trouble adapting to civilian life after their military tours are over, and it's said that they are still suffering from the after effects of PTSD. It's difficult for them to deal with it. They want it to end. They don't want to think they're going crazy, but they cannot shake it off. Another well-known acronym of a modern disease is ADD, or Attention Deficit Disorder. More and more children were said to be suffering from this, and a number of drugs were developed to treat them for it. Medicating children was controversial, but it continued because it was effective. Children with ADD can't focus for too long on anything, making it difficult for them to learn. They can also be nervous and easily agitated. They can be disruptive. Bring on the drugs. Those are very brief and probably seriously inadequate summaries of those two diseases. What I am thinking is that everyone in this culture is suffering from these two disorders to some extent. Some people are nearly disabled. Others cope much better, but they are not completely well. I've heard it said that because of the way we live, we are all allergic to something. I think we're all mentally unhinged as well. Terrorism has taken its toll, and we do live in fear of some catastrophic attack. It's not a boogeyman conjured out of our imaginations. It's a very realistic scenario. In the Cold War, it was nuclear weapons we feared, missiles launched with atomic warheads. Now that's only part of it. We are vulnerable in so many ways, and despite considerable efforts to protect us, we know there is no such thing as complete security. Far from it. And so we all live in an ongoing state of, and endure some form of, PTSD. In this case, pre-traumatic stress disorder, the very real fear of what might happen. That's the essence of terrorism. It seems to be only a question of when. As for the ADD component of our illness, our culture naturally fosters this. You've heard the expression, driven to distraction. We are well past that. We are under a constant bombardment by the news, so much news coming at us from all directions, news, and entertainment in movies, in music, television, and the internet, which is a smorgasbord of diversion so vast that it imitates the universe. It's huge and constantly expanding, rushing ever outward. And we live in all of this hailstorm of input, competing for our attention, the social media, our business obligations, the constant demands of family and friends, driving a vehicle, texting on a phone. No wonder we don't focus on anything for more than a few minutes. We're multitaskers. We're busy being busy. Even a TV show is broken up into little chunks, then a flurry of ads, another chunk, ads, then a new show. After years of exposure to this blitz, our wiring hops around like beads of water in boiling oil. We are suffering from, quite specifically, disorder. Our sense of order has been scrambled, shattered into pieces, and we live from piece to piece. Everyone in this culture is sick. We're not aware of it. It's because it's become our normal functioning condition, our new world order, if you will. We've adapted ourselves to it. They used to say, just because you're paranoid, that doesn't mean they're not out to get you. Now I say, just because you think you're healthy, that doesn't mean you're not sick. Our civilization is driving us crazy. We are crazy. We're living crazy lives. It just feels normal. Crazy is the new normal.